Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cooks Stuff. This week, I decided I wanted something hearty. The weather has been fairly cold, but extremely windy lately, so no matter what the temperature is, you can knock a good 5-10 degrees off of it, and that's what it feels like outside. It's pretty unpleasant, especially in the evening. So, to counteract that, we are having meatloaf this week. Now, I've made meatloaf for the channel twice before. The first time, I put it in the microwave, and the second time, I put it in the slow cooker. And when I reviewed those videos, it seems like the one in the microwave was the better of the two, so we're going to use that one tonight. And we're not just going to make any old meatloaf. We are making a cocktail sauce meatloaf. I have no idea if this is going to be any good, but we're going to give it a try anyway. So, let's take a look at the ingredients and see what we're working with this week. Here are the ingredients for this week's dish. We have a lot of ground beef, and we have a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm just going to tell you about as I add it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get our filler done first. One of the things you need for a meatloaf is filler. Now, you can use bread, but you can also use things like crackers. And so I'm going to be using these Mara crackers, which are kind of a spicy Chinese-style cracker. Put those in there. And we're also going to use what's left of these Italian mini grissini. This is a pesto flavor. All right, so we're going to crush the ever-loving crap out of these and try not to make a mess. Let's see if we can do this correctly. Well, that's about as good as it's going to get for me. So we're going to set this filler aside, and we're going to start making some meatloaf. Altogether, this is 782 grams of ground beef, which is just under 1 3/4 pounds. We're going to go ahead and put it into this container. All right, let's get all this meat broken up and into a nice pile. Ooh, very, very nice. All right. Good. All right. Next, we add some beefy onion soup mix. Since this is a fair amount of beef, we're going to add in the entire package. Next, it's been suggested that I put in 1/3 cup of milk. As well as an egg. All right, let's mix all this in. Now, because I'm making this cocktail sauce meatloaf, we're going to make some cocktail sauce. So we'll start with 1/4 cup of ketchup. That's about right. Next, we're going to put in some Tabasco sauce. That'll do to start anyway. And finally, put in some horseradish. Go. Now, I don't think I have enough in this one. Yeah. But I do have a spare. All right. We'll start with this much and then stir it up. There we go. Let's taste this and see. It's actually pretty good, but I think it needs a little bit more horseradish. Not too much. There we go. Yep, I think that'll do it. All right. Let's go ahead and mix this in. And finally, we're going to mix in all of this filler. All right. This will be messy. All right, I think everything is suitably mixed in. Let's get this onto a plate and microwave it. So what we're going to do is shape this into kind of a ring so that it actually cooks a little more evenly. Man, this is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. All right. I think that might actually do it. All right, let's get this into the microwave. Let's give it 5 minutes and see how it looks. Okay, well, it's a little bit red, so we're going to give it another 5 minutes. All right, that's another 5 minutes. I don't know. Still looks a little red, I think. But let's see. Let's cut into it and see how red it might be on the inside. All right, so... you know what, though? I'm going to give it a few more minutes and see. It's been 15 minutes, and I think that this might actually be done. All right, let's go ahead, get some onto another plate, and give it a try. All right, moment of truth. I have here a big old plate of cocktail sauce meatloaf. Now, never made this before. I have no idea if it's going to be any good, so let's give it a try, see how it tastes. That's actually not bad. It's an unusual taste, but I don't hate it. I think I'm going to need a little bit more. Yeah. Try some more here. It's not spicy, but it also doesn't have a clear flavor of cocktail sauce like I kind of thought it might. Okay, so it is nice and juicy on the inside, and I can vaguely taste the horseradish in there from the cocktail sauce, but I'm not getting any clear flavor or much of anything else. So I think we're going to need one more bite here. So this was kind of a concept piece. I wanted to make meatloaf, and meatloaf usually has ketchup, and I thought, what if I have a little Tabasco and horseradish with the ketchup like cocktail sauce? And as it turns out, it's not bad. For a meatloaf, it's pretty decent, but it falls short of my actual concept. So while I cannot necessarily call this a success, it's not really a failure. In the end, what I made was a pretty standard meatloaf, which is fine. I do like meatloaf. I got a bunch left here on my plate, and I have a huge amount left behind me, which I can go ahead and eat over the next few days. And I'll probably add some sort of seasoning or sauce to it just to change the flavor. But as always, appreciate you guys stopping in, and we'll see you in the next video.